So, dito naman, sa next slide, parang yung kanina, given the equation, how will determine alin yung acid, alin yung base sa equation. So, in the case of this one, given lang naman yung kanilang general formula. So, yung HA sa reactant, automatic siya yung acid. Tapos, yung molecule na merong dito, yung molecule na merong ano yun, yung merong lone pair of electrons, sila yung base. Okay? So, if you will observe here, yung dito, yung acid sa reactants, tapos maglulus siya ng hydrogen atom. Okay? So, ito yung, parang ang magiging kamukha niyang formula ay pang base. Okay? But we will discuss it later. Ngayon, alamin niyo lang alin yung acid, alin yung base sa reactants. And then, in the case of this base, sa reactant, base siya. Since ang base ay nag-gain ng hydrogen atom, once na siya ay maging product dito, as you can see, meron na siyang hydrogen. And if you will also observe, itong formula to is same as the formula ng acid. But again, for now, you will just be required to classify the reactants, kung siya ba ay acid or base. So always remember, kapag sa reactants, ikaw ay nag-donate ng proton, automatic siya ay acid. Pagka naman ikaw ay nag-receive ng proton, therefore, you will be considered as a base. So, yan po yun. So, practice problem 9.3, page 316. So, you have here the reaction ng hydrogen chloride and ammonia. And then you will form a chloride ion at saka NH4 na positive. Miss, need po ba ng 4 lone pairs to be considered siya as a base? Or kahit isang lone pair lang considered na agad siya as a base? Kahit isang lone pair lang po, considered na siya na base. So yung case lang ng chloride kanina, 4 yung kanya, kaya base talaga siya. Pero kahit isa lang yung lone pair niya, automatic base na agad siya. Okay? Pero always remember, you have to see the whole equation in case lang na parehong may lone pair. So you have to see the whole equation para maklasify nyo alin ba yung nag-receive, alin yung nag-donate. Okay, so for practice problem 9.3, you have to classify each reactant whether it is an acid or a base. So kagaya rin lang ng kanina, you compare the reactant, tapos pag naging product siya, ano na yung kanyang formula. So in this example, as you can see, yung HCl, naging chloride ion siya, automatic siya nag-donate ng proton. That's why HCl will be considered as an acid. And then, ito naman, yung NH3, naging NH4 siya, so nag-accept siya ng proton, therefore, NH3 is a base. So hopefully, medyo na-answeran nyo na yan nung nagpa-browse kayo ng lecture sa Canvas. Okay? The next example, same pa rin sa problem 9.3, parang pareho lang ata. Bakit ganun? Yung sa practice problem 9.3, miss, bakit po yung sign ng element negative kahit nag-lose siya ng H? Later po, I will explain kung bakit negative yung charge niya, although nag-lose siya ng H. So later, we will discuss that. Okay po. So ngayon muna, ang pinaka-focus at is classification. Okay. Example sa practice problem 9.3. Yung next example would be the reaction between 9.3. Example, you have here acetic acid, so COOH, and water. So dito sa example na to, I hope nakakita nyo rin siya sa book ninyo. So if you will look at CH3COOH dito sa reactant side, If you compare it sa product side, so siya ay nag-donate ng hydrogen, nawalan siya ng hydrogen, therefore, ito ay acid. Nag-donate ng hydrogen. Okay? And then for water, if you will compare the reactants and then the product side, you will see here na nag-accept siya ng hydrogen, kaya siya yung base. Again, yung charges niya mamaya dito, malalaman nyo kung bakit siya negative, although nag-donate, tapos bakit siya positive, although nag-accept yung hydrogen. Okay po. Next example would be OH negative and then HSO4 negative. So when you combine them, you form H2O and SO4 to negative. Okay, so in this example, again, tingnan nyo po yung reactants at product side. So yung reactants, ayan, OH, naging H2O siya. So automatic siya ay nag-accept ng proton, kaya siya ay base. Okay? And then for HSO4, if you will observe here, nag-lose siya ng H, kaya siya ay acid. Okay po? Yun yung classification ng reactants as acids and bases. Baka po may question. Guys, di ba 1 hour lang ata itong Zoom? Mag-e-end ba agad siya after 1 hour? Baka chat nyo naman kung ganun na. First time ko mag-zoom kasi kayo yung first time na mag-online class sa akin. So, hindi pa ako masyadong familiar. Mag-e-end ba siya after? Pag ba nagkaklase kayo sa physics ata yun? More than 1 hour ba kayo nag-zoom? Basta pagka nag-cut ng 1 hour, popost ko yung new meeting dun sa Canvas. So, access nyo na lang agad siya. Okay po? So, let's proceed with another example. So, kaya di ba sabi ko sa inyo, dito sa formula na yan, yung acid, kapag siya ay na-compare nyo sa product side, automatic, parang sa product side, parang nag-resemble siya sa formula ng base. And then, yung base naman, pag kinumpare nyo dun sa reactant side dito, at saka sa product side, yung formula ng product side ay nagre-resemble ng general formula ng base. So, ano yung magiging classification niya? Yung acid, here, yung nagdudus ng hydrogen, will form a conjugate base. Again, the product formed by a loss of proton from an acid is called the conjugate base. So, dito, HA, dito acid siya. Tapos, since nag-resemble siya ng formula ng base, ang tawag sa kanya ay conjugate base. And then, dito naman sa base, kapag yung reactant ay base, ito, tapos ang formula niya, kalimitan naman talaga, yung formula ng base, pag naging product siya, will resemble the formula of an acid. So, ang tawag sa kanya ay conjugate acid. So, yung product formed from the loss of proton from an acid is called the conjugate base. Ito siya. So, from an acid, it will form a conjugate base. And then, yung base naman will form a conjugate acid. So, baliktad. Acid will form the conjugate base, and then base will form the conjugate acid. So, ano ba yung example? You have here yung reaction ng hydrogen bromide and water. So, if you will observe dito sa formula, yung HBr, maging Br negative lang siya. So, siya yung nag-lose ng proton. Kaya yung HBr is what you call the acid. Ito yung acid sa formula. And then, what does it form? Ito yung conjugate base, which is Br negative. Please, question po, since reversible po yung reaction, does it mean po nagsiswitch yung roles nila pag reverse reaction? Yes po. So, example, kung i-reverse natin to, halimbawa lang, Br negative plus H3O positive. So, pag siya ay nag-react, so you have HBr and H2O. So, dito, ito yung base. Kasi siya yung if you will compare dyan, siya yung nag-receive ng proton. Therefore, yung base ay Br negative and then ito ay conjugate acid. Kung magre-reverse ha. And then, dito naman sa H3O, if you compare it sa product side, may siyang H2O. So, nabawasan yung kanyang hydrogen atom. So, ito yung acid. Yung po-form niya is conjugate base. Okay po. So, going back dun sa original, dito po, sa original reaction, so yung acid again is HBr. It will form the conjugate base, which is a bromide ion, yung Br negative. And then, yun namang H2O dito, since siya ay nag-gain ng hydrogen, siya yung base, tapos yung form niya is the conjugate acid. Question so far? So, practice problem 9.6, page 319. So, you have to label, based from the reaction, you have to label the acid, the base, the conjugate acid, and the conjugate base in each reaction. So, you have here the reaction between water and hydrogen iodide. So, it will form iodide ion and hydronium ion. So, alin dyan yung acid, alin yung base. So, again, compare nyo lang. Yung hydrogen iodide, naging iodide ion lang siya. So, siya yung nag-donate ng acid. So, kung ay nag-donate ng proton. So, kung siya yung donor ng proton, automatic, yung donor, which is HI, siya yung acid, tapos yung kanyang product is the conjugate base. Tapos, sa formula pa rin, yung water, nag-accept siya ng proton. So, dahil siya nag-accept ng proton, H2O is a base, and then the hydronium ion is a conjugate acid. Okay po. Another example. Wala na naman yung isang example. Another example sa practice problem 9.6. So you have here yung Br negative and nitric acid, HNO3. So it will form HBr and nitrate ion. So in this case, you compare again yung Br sa reactant side tapos yung HBr sa product side. So siya ay nag-accept ng proton, therefore siya yung base. This is the base. Ano yung mapo-form ng base? Ito ay conjugate acid. Okay? And then for nitric acid, so HNO3, compare it sa product side, nag-lose siya or nag-lose ng proton. So therefore, kung nag-lose siya or nag-donate ng proton, yung nitric acid is the acid, and then yung nitrate ion sa product is the conjugate base. Okay po? May question ba so far? Walang question? Okay po. So, walang question, ayun. Miss, possible po ba na more than 1H yung i-donate? Possible, pero kalimitan kasi ng acid-base reaction, isang hydrogen atom lang talaga yung i-donate. Almost always, isang hydrogen atom lang. So, yung mga, siguro yung more than one hydrogen atom, you will encounter that sa higher chem. Kapag ka nag-biochem kayo or kung ano man, medtech. Ayun. Miss, possible po ba na more than 1H yung i-donate? Paano po yung practice problem 9.5? Teka, I will look at 9.5. Practice, anong page yun nung 9.5? I will discuss it. Ito, next slide ko siya i-discuss. Yung practice problem 9.5A.